Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Here goes another one. Said another one. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye. Órale, as you can tell by that thumbnail, the sur ese, los. Having family from the LA area that are Southsiders. You know, growing up in Northern California, born and raised, was a little bit different. The wigglization was a little bit different, you know. I'm not going to sit here and say every damn city and every damn town is the same, because they're not. You know, there's different makeups, different intricacies and details into that city. But at the same time, having familia down south when you're from up north is different. You know, especially when you're involved in a barrio and a gang. Because you're indoctrinated and told you got to feel a certain way about the other side. You're told from a very young age, you know, them other guys are your opposition. They're your enemies. You know, what they got going on and what you got going on are two different things. That their whole makeup and everything about them is to oppress us and to keep us down and to not give us our social status of equality. You, vatos, ain't got shit. They're on their bozo thing. At least that's what we were thinking, right? That's what I thought. Now, I remember when I was a little kid, before I was ever involved in any gangs or any barrios or street warfare, things like that, I used to wiggle down south to go visit familia on Wimbledon. For those of you that have been there, you know what it is, man. For those of you that ain't never been there, don't go there if you're not from there. Just straight up, let's be real. That ain't no fucking tourist attraction. But real life, you know, we used to wiggle down there, and I remember I used to go to the barrio. And I was a kid, man. My primos weren't really into it at that time. They were just like, whatever. We used to go to the little local stores, get some penny candies. What you guys know about taking a food stamp and turning it in for a few penny candies and giving your jefita the change. Bam, we were on that life, ghetto life, real shit, Rick James, right? Now, we're doing this and we're doing that, and I never once thought about exactly where I was. I just knew that we were visiting familia. That's all that matters, and blood was thicker than agua. I always was aware of that, you know, being brown, being raza, that's what we're taught at a young age. Somos familia. That's all we have is our family. Everything else is water under that fucking bridge. I said bridges fall. London Bridge is falling down. Under Tulare County. The bridges will fall, right? So anything up under that is your familia. So of course we're used to roaches. You know what I mean? We're used to kick cereal. Sabes que Mikey will eat it. Life cereal. This is all we had in our pads. And it was exactly the same. Tortillas. Frijoles. Roaches. Yep. It's the same, right? So I never tripped when I went down south. But as I grew older and I got involved in politics and in the barrio and what was going on around me, I was already indoctrinated and aware that these vatos were my opposition now. Because I chose to dedicate my life and dedicate myself to a certain cause and a certain people, I dedicated myself to defending the rights and honor and the equality struggle of my gente, being the raza from Northern California, because that's where I was from. And let's keep it real. It wasn't because I thought I was cool. It wasn't because I wanted to gangbang and hurt people. It wasn't because I wanted a bon torta. Wait up, maybe it was. I wanted a bon tortas. But at the same time, I had my reasoning behind, and the wind was blowing what I was doing. Bang, bang, right? So I definitely was getting my bangalization on, and I caught a crime at a very young age. So that even furthered my way of thinking bad about the gente down south. But I always had love for my primos. You know, I always rocked that way. And I always wondered if other Norteños were going through the same struggles as I was. Meaning having familia from down south that were truly supported, that really believed in you. We're talking about first cousins. That's it. We're talking about the real stuff. Eat it. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about your third cousin's, baby's daddy's brother's girlfriend. We're not talking about her. Again, but we can if you want to hook me up. What we're talking about is real life. And I always wondered if other Norteños did have that same type of thing going on. And then I started to realize it's a small world after all, bro. A lot of people have families from the other side. And growing up having familia from the other side, I always kept it closed mouth. I never wanted to speak on it. Not because I was ashamed of my familia, because I felt that the people would start set tripping on me. I felt that my own gente would turn on me because they'd be like, hey, Holmes, are you undercover right there? Just are you really a sureño more than me? Right? And I wasn't. But at heart, Holmes, my familia was. And I had love for them. You know, I had love for what they had going on. I understood they were products of their environment. And that's what we are, gente. That's what we need to understand, that we're products of our environment. And that is one of the truly one of the reasons why I don't hate the Vatos from down south. I don't even look at them any old type of way. Like I said, if 2 Vatos from the north walked in the store and 2 Vatos from the south walked in the store, says, I'm just trying to get the hell out of there because they're probably trying to beat me up for being non-active. I'm not really trying to trick. I don't care, man. It doesn't matter to me at this point. And it really didn't matter to me a long time ago. So anyways, I remember the first time that I was already laced. I was already in the game and I got out of YA. I did my whole YA stretch. And believe me, in CYA, man, we were going at it north and south quite viciously. This was the 90s. This was Guerra. This was war. This was when it was really fucking happening. This is when Vatos were getting their whole wig split. They called us the wig splitters. Nope, not the cheek busters, the wig splitters, right? It was really going down. And it went back and forth, man, back and forth. You know, sometimes we'd get the upper hand. Sometimes they'd get the upper hand. And it was what it was. Hey, I'll tell you one thing is for sure. The brown man was winning. We were doing that. That's facts. To what degree, what side of brown man? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but the brown man was marching on. So we're definitely getting our groove on, right? And I get out. I'm 18 years old. And by this time, I'm already at a place in my life where, of course, I still want to wiggle. I still want to gangbang. My strive was to go defend my people behind the walls in prison. So if I ended up there, Holmes, I wasn't turning a cheek from it. It was what the fuck it was, right? And I remember I'm kicking back with all the homeboys. We're throwing juntas. I'm getting very, very, very political. I'm getting involved not in the politics behind the walls, but of the politics of the streets. I'm trying to bring what I learned and was indoctrinated with in the youth authority out to the guys that Nortenos are all in the same stroga. We all need to wiggle together. I was trying to eradicate and avoid red on red, which ultimately was my demise. But I was doing that. I was trying to get the gente all on the same page and understand that we were all we had. That's the same thing they push nowadays. We are all we have, man. Every Vato counts. But believe me, at the end of the day, Vatos weren't trying to fall into that. They were like, Charles, they said, I want that bitch. This is Scarface, right? And Vatos were all on their cookie shit. Now, we're definitely started to get involved. I say we, you know, because I feel like I'm two people, but I started to get involved in things that were above my pay, things that I shouldn't have been involved in at that time because I wasn't educated enough to be around those type of individuals. But I played it off smooth. I acted accordingly. I kept myself with a mindset of professionalism, and I acted with class. And that's how you're supposed to be. I was always a hard worker, and I was dedicated to my craft no matter what I was doing. So gangbanging 101 definitely was in my veins. Now, and that's because I got familia from Lawson. They grew up like that. Now, so I remember one day having a conversation with my homeboys. We're in the backyard. We're kicking back. They're smoking, yoking with 4 doors open. I'm drinking a little something. Everyone's doing what they does, right, cuz? And on pow, rope, right? Someone had to mention something stupid. Hey, Holmes, if I had a primo that was from the Southsiders and if he came from LA, Holmes, I'd get off on him. I'd take him out. I said, is that right? I said, why, bro? What is that? How does that benefit the cause? Because, see, I was all about the intricacies and the details to what benefited our people. I said, how does that benefit our people, bro? Is that supposed to make you look cool? You're so cool that I'm going to call you a culo. Says que el negro fucks you in it, too. Trip out. What do you mean, bro? And he was like, I don't play, bro. I'm from Northern California, and this is what it is, right? At them Vatos, I got no love for them Vatos. I said, when have you been locked up, and when have them Vatos did something to you? He said, well, I ain't never been locked up, Holmes, but I'm willing to go right now. I said, is that right? Well, guess what, Holmes? Go to the fucking tienda and steal me 2 pack of jujubes, motherfucker. Because look it, if you're that about it and you really want to go put in some work, go get locked up. And guess what? You're going to get in there and you're going to be telling them Vatos buenos dias. It ain't like that. It's not like what you think. One thing is for sure here, bro. Save that bullshit because we all got family. And then I started telling the story like I got primos from down south. And if they came right here, bro, if you guys put one fucking finger on them, I'm going to blow that finger backwards. That finger's going to be over there in Bakersfield going a whole bunch of Sureños that are going to be stomping it out because it's a northerner's finger, right? I'm not playing, bro. I said, look, I never go against my people on anything. I rock with you to the fullest. I would die for you, Holmes. At the same time, there is no way that I'm going to let you do something to an innocent man, especially your family, because you think it's cool, because you think that's what you're supposed to do. Who told you you were supposed to do that? I'm the older homeboy in this situation, so I was scared last time I looked. Motherfucking, I didn't say that, right? And my primos cousin, you touch one red hair on their body, so I was scared you're going to wish you was a Fresno Bulldog, because I'm going to kick you in your ass so hard you're going to go, arr, arr, arr. Real talk, homeboy, I don't play. And I was very disappointed in the homeboy. To this day, I'm still disappointed in his ass. Because of that situation. Because I thought to myself before, what would I do if I was ever put in that position? Now I got familia from everywhere. I got familia from down south, real Southsiders, man, down there. I'm not going to say Sureños because there's a difference for those of you that don't know. Orale Bozo, tap in one time. I'll give you the details and what the differences are, right? between me and you. But trip out. So there's differences. So there's Southsiders. They're down there wiggling. Now, of course, I got upstate Southsiders that are my primos as well, right? Real ones, not fake ones that wear masks and hide, right? Then I also got, primos that are bulldogs, or I did have a primo that was a perro chato, and boom, they got him, right? Then I got primos that are norteños, non-active as well as active, man. I got familia, I got a crip in the family. Oh, crip, cuz, right? I got a little bit of everything. So when it comes down to it, we're all together in a family reunion. Nobody is set tripping. Nobody cares where anybody's from. At the end of the day, we're all family. We're all the same sangre. We all grew up in that same struggle. Now, when you're indoctrinated into your gang, into a certain struggle and a forever forwardness and a strive and why we're fighting, if they're giving you the real deal, if they're telling you the real true story, then you know exactly what it is. Okay? If you don't know, and you're living in a fucking imaginary time and you think you know, but you really don't, and you do something bad to someone and you catch life, you catch vida, you're going to quickly find out that it wasn't what it was cut out to be and what you thought. Now, if you go in knowing exactly what it is and you got the righteous clecha, órale pues. Like about the Triple OG said, go do your thing. Go do your time on the yarda. That ain't the YouTube yarda though. That's real life. That ain't a whole bunch of fake fuckers clowning. You're just going to do real life shit, right? Now, trip out. The vatos that are willing to take out their own family just because they're from another side, that's poop butt shit. Now, if you got family members, if you're really striving and you're really about that life, and they do something dirty to the people, and they deserve the tail end of a fucking pedazo, well, then I guess it's going to have to be you that could get to them, right? So I was scared, hey, save some room for later. You're going to have to do what you have to do, whether it's now or later. You know what I mean? I like now or later. They were bomb, remember back in the day? Penny candies. You're going to have to do what you does, cuz the little, remember there were the little things? The pack's great. Fucking fire, huh, buddy? How your teeth like that? You know what it is. So trip out. See how I could just go from 0 to 100? Now look, real talk. If you're willing to go that far and do that for the gente, for your people, for what your true beliefs are, ponle, homes, get yours. Ain't no one gonna look bad at you. You chose to do what you does, and when you're doing vida and you're doing all day, hey, homes, ain't no one mad at you because you did that. But if you choose to do a pegada or something, a move on a primo that's from Los or a primo that's from Sanjo or wherever, just because you're from the other side, well, that makes no fucking sense, homes. That's not gangbanging. That's fucking called being a baoso. That's called being an idiot and stupid. You're hating on your own gente, your own people. Why? Why? Because he's got a blue paño? Come on, you better stop it, Holmes. Stop it, Holmes. Right? Guard! Get this motherfucker out of here. Take him to the wheel. He's such a stupid root poop, right? Rudy poop butt. Now, let me tell you something. When you have family that are from down south, as a northerner, it's up to you, whatever you feel, however you feel about it. I had homeboys that would try to hide it. I did once. No, I didn't hide it. I just never talked about it, right? And then I wondered why as I got older. See, as you get older, you change. I know a lot of you youngsters right now watching don't understand that. I didn't understand it, Holmes. I was in the same position. Nah, I'm always going to be the same. You change, bro. And it's not your way of thinking. It's not like you want to change. You wake up one morning and fuck, you're old now, Holmes. Your body hurts. So it's my fucking hurts when I piss. And it could have been the whore from last night, but at the end of the day, it's probably just because you're getting old. I can't call it. I went through both. Anyway, so you're going through the struggle, right? But the struggle of change in your life, you get older, Mother Nature catches up with you, Father Time, that's it. And you're thinking to yourself, man, I don't even know why I was tripping the whole time on the vatos. See, imagine the gente that are incarcerated right now that done got old. I was talking to Dubs last night, man, it was a trip. I was like, damn, bro. Every time I eat now, I got to take a masa. It's crazy. Every time. That's if I have one taco, I'm on the toilet for 30 minutes. I'm on the toilet longer than it did to eat the taco, right? He was like, yeah, that's part of getting old, bro. I said, imagine the gente, bro, that have to fucking hoop shit and all that. You got to take it out, take it in, take it out, take it in. God, they're fucking themselves, right? Literally. There's just some things that having been in prison or having done time, you're like, wow, I can do that as an old man. But there's gente that are. The struggle is real. Does that make them any bigger and badder than anyone else? Absolutely not. But what that shit, I respect it, though. I respect that gangster. That's real. You know what I mean? When you have familia from down south or up north, vice versa, we can take it both ways. Don't be ashamed. That's it. Embrace it. Embrace the realism of a small world. Embrace the realism that people are a product of their environments. I have primos from down south. They grew up there. They were born there. LA. They were born right there. That's all they know. But when they come up north, they treat it with respect. They don't hate. They don't say, you got to slow up here, Holmes. They don't do none of that. I let that beat you bunch of lame farmers from up north. They don't do that. Because guess what? Their jefito worked in the fields, Holmes, his whole life. Their jefita made homemade tortillas and tamales and sold them on the corner. Tamales, right? It was just, they come from that. So when they go up north, they're like, damn, Holmes, You know what I mean? It's the same shit. I said, yeah, it's a little bit more spread out, but it's the same thing. And the malls ain't that good. I said, yeah, exactly. There's little different things, but they understand and represent and recognize, you know, and they never have a problem. Because my primos don't come with bad intentions. They're not coming up to gangbang. They're coming up to visit their fucking family, eat some of their tia's cooking, and get on down the road. It's straight up. There's never been no hatred on their part, so there could never be hatred on mine. So when I see Vatos and hear Vatos talk about, oh yeah, I got family from down south, but I don't fuck with them. Now, maybe they don't fuck with you, homeboy. Maybe you got the situation mixed up. I've said it, and I'm going to say it, fill it up with unleaded so many times. It's all about the brown. It's all about our people. If we continue to have inner fighting within ourselves, if we continue to struggle and fight amongst each other, we will never, ever, ever get ahead. Okay? I understand if you're from the sur. I understand if you're from the north. I understand. Believe me, I understand. I was in the mix, Holmes. I hated the other side, right? But I never hated on my family. I hated what the other side represented, Holmes, but I respected it. I knew I didn't want no part of that. But there was times, Holmes, when I didn't want no smoke with that. Let's just be real. All these dudes think they're super high power and gangster, and they ain't never been afraid. Man, I seen a vato who's a homeboy. This vato, you could go shoot at him. The vato, when he moved here to do that, he'd be in his burrito, you shoot, he'll just go, Matrix. But if this vato seen a spider, he'd be up in a tree shaking. Oh, listen, because it's a black rebel, and you don't understand the situation. I understand exactly the situation. You're a pussy, right? Certain things scare people. I had another vato, shit, Holmes. You could stab them out there, just take it. Orale. Okay. Yeah, in Folsom, it was worse. It was worse than Folsom. But if this vato was on top of a roof, they ought to be like, oh, fuck, hey, somos going north and get me down, right? I'm telling you. So when a vato tries to act like he's all tough and he tells you, oh, man, I'll take out my own family. I just don't give a shit, Holmes. I'm like that. I'm about that. When he's sitting down 25 years from now, explaining to the judge on an appeal, right? You don't understand Bawas and Mocos hanging out. Because he's my primo. You don't understand. He had a blue rag. It was at that point, right? Nah. Come on, bro. Save some room for later. Save that bullshit for someone that really believes it. At the end of the day, your family is all you have. Those are the ones you're going to turn to in time of need. I love having vatos and primos from down south. Vatos I could turn to. You know why? If I ever do a jale, orale, Wilmas, here I come. Going in blues, flannel, and everything, undercover. Grow my bare non dreadlocks, just say, you know what I mean? Throw some gold teeth in and wear tight pants. It's new shit, right? And I'm different. Anyways, growing up, having family from down south, I never tripped. You know, having family that was bulldogs, I never tripped. You know, and maybe that's just me. Everybody's different. Some people do. I asked my primos before. I said, hey, how do you feel about me being from the north? They said, I don't know, you fart at night. You know, they didn't care. They were like, what does that have to do with anything, bro? You're my primo. Gangbanging is for the calles, Holmes. That's why they call it, hey, I get bang on the streets. But you don't do it in your home. If you do it in your home, you're more of a baboso than I thought you were. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Anyways, with that being said, gente, I just wanted to touch on that. How it is growing up as a northerner or a guy from Northern California, having familia from the south, from LA, you know what I mean? From San Diego, from IE, just all that area, bro, Southern California. You know, it ain't no different. This is not a fucking different day than the day was yesterday. Everybody's going through a struggle. It's all about the love for your gente and the love for the raza. Now, I know a lot of people are going to sit here on these YouTube platforms and preach the differences and why it's different down south and it's different up north and it's better and it's not and it's worse. And it's, you know, at the end of the day, bro, it's all califas. You know, it's all the same damn thing. We're really wiggly, man. Vatos can get clipped anywhere and Vatos can prosper anywhere. It's up to you and your mentality of what you're going to do with it. I know this, Holmes. I'm going to stay brown. I was born brown and I'm going to be brown when I die. I might be a lighter shade of brown, but so was the DTX. You already know what it is. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, God, we're going to continue to strive and struggle right here. What you're doing and what we're doing are two fucking totally different things. If you like this, hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you hit those notification bells and put all so you can get the hot content. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's bringing you guys the best content. I, myself, not anyone else, not none of these vatos that want me to fucking do it for them, but I won't, so they're mad at me and hate on me. Me, what I could bring you, I'm going to bring you the heat. You know, it is what it is, man. I'm going to continue to bring the heat. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, I will be going live myself in dubs, only on members only exclusively. That's how we're doing it from now on. We're tired of all the bullshit. It's okay. Say whatever you want about me. I give you permission. But when you disrespect other subscribers and disrespect people that don't got that coming, what does that say about you? That says you're a fucking weirdo. Straight up. And I'm not talking about any specific person. I'm saying any of the trolls that like to disrespect people because they support another person because they make them feel good, man, and they help them through their lives. You're weird, homes. You're all about tearing your people down, tearing your own down, homes, when you should be building them up. Baboso. This is the gun. Bang, bang.